Next on Worcester News tonight, a missing boy is found more than 1,000 miles from his Webster home. Now his mom is facing a kidnapping charge. Plus, 2 vacant lots in Worcester will soon become new homes thanks to the hard work of young construction workers. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Olivia Lemon. A 40-year-old Webster woman is facing a kidnapping charge tonight. Police say she took her son to Florida almost 2 years ago and hadn't been heard from since. Earlier this week, the boy was found safe. Our Chandler Walsh joins us now with the details. Chandler?
Olivia, Webster police say the case has shown a great display of teamwork between multiple agencies. They say continuing to follow new leads has allowed for Matthew Hale's safe return. This Webster apartment building is where Matthew Hale lived before he went missing almost 2 years ago. This week, police found the 5-year-old safe, living with his mother, Christina Hale, in Orlando, Florida.
No child should ever go through this.
Webster police received an anonymous tip through the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children.
Christina and Matthew may be with a relative down in the Orlando area. So we contacted the Orange County Sheriff's Department and they followed up on it, and she was subsequently located.
Deputy Chief Michael Shaw says Matthew's father apparently had full custody from the state of New York. He came to the department in January 2017 for help getting his then 3-year-old son from the Emile Street apartment. When
the officers arrived there with Matthew's father, it was discovered that Christina had left in late December and hadn't been heard from since.
Nicole Dos Santos lives across the street and has 2 young children of her own. She says she can't imagine what it's been like for Matthew's dad missing cherished milestones.
Christmas, holidays with family, birthdays. That's something I would love to share with my children.
Meanwhile, in Florida, Hale's cousin who took the 2 in says Christina had a protective order against Matthew's father and is a good mom.
I really hope that the courts at some point, allow her to see her son again.
Webster police say they're thrilled Matthew was found safe.
We have an open missing persons case, almost 40 years old now, of a child that disappeared and was never found. So it's nice when you can have a happy ending like this.
Webster police say Matthew is in the process of being reunited with his father, and Christina Hale will face a kidnapping charge in Dudley District Court. Chandler Walsh, Worcester News Tonight.
A Worcester man is being held without bail this week after a dangerousness hearing in Superior Court. Prosecutors say Juan Horio was shot 3 times by a store clerk during an attempted robbery at No Name Grocery 2 on Vernon Street. The 26-year-old walked into the store earlier this year carrying a large hunting knife. He approached a customer, put the knife to her neck, and demanded money. This week, a judge said he poses a danger to the society. A city man charged in the death of his mother is arraigned in Worcester Superior Court. John Maldulka pled not guilty to the murder charge Wednesday. His mother, Ellen Maldulka, was killed in her Bailey Street home last December. Maldulka was committed to Bridgewater State Hospital for an evaluation to see whether he's mentally competent to stand trial. It's been a difficult few months for a central Massachusetts family. Their daughter is sick and receiving care in Maryland. Her mom is staying with her, but her dad, a Barre police officer, says in order to support his family, he needs to come home every week to work. Our Brittany Schaefer joins us now with more on the family story. Brittany?
Olivia, the 19-month-old was diagnosed with acute transverse myelitis. The rare disease at one point stopped the girl's heart and paralyzed her entire body. This video was taken before Charlotte's disease took over. The 19-month-old is now paralyzed from the neck down.
She was completely limp, which is not like her. She's usually very happy and spunky and will smile at you and say hi, and something like this just overnight definitely shocked us big time.
Charlotte was diagnosed with acute transverse myelitis in July. Her dad, Trevor McNeil, says the rare disease attacks the body and spinal cord.
Unfortunately, hers just attacked a little more ferocious than normal. And it actually took away tissue from her spine, which is why she's still paralyzed from the neck down.
McNeil is a police officer in Barre. He was just settling into a new home with his family, but now Charlotte is at a rehabilitation center in Maryland with her mother by her side. McNeil says he flies down to see them every week on his days off. Barre Police Chief John Carbone says the department is rallying behind McNeil in this tough time.
It's a tight group of officers. They do whatever they can to help. From the administrative standpoint, we do whatever we can to help. We know that he needs some accommodations, and it could be regarding overtime or shift work, or just simply support, just emotional support while he's here. And so if he needs it, we try to do it.
McNeil says while the disease has been a tough battle, Charlotte is still always smiling.
I'll come in and she'll pucker up like she wants a kiss from me, and I'll go over there to give her a kiss and she'll just start laughing. So she'll trick me. We just want her to stay happy. We want to give her the best life possible. Like I said, she's still able to find ways to have fun, and that's huge.
Now, the disease is uncurable, and Charlotte will most likely never be able to walk again, but the doctors say the mother and daughter should be able to return home for Christmas, which is a big deal for the family. Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.
A Paxton pastor and local author completes her second book. Jane Wilin says the sequel to her first book centers around a mystery-solving duo who were trying to find a murderer. The book, called The Hour of Death, focuses around a murder in a church in Wales. Reverend Wilin says she's always been passionate about writing, but it was a workshop that helped her write her first book.
I'm very happy at this church. This is an awesome church. And I think being happy in my job just made me able to write. It freed up my mind. And also, this is a church that is a faith community living deliberately. So I think they did inspire me a little bit, at least.
And Wilin is hosting a book signing Sunday, October 21st at the First Congregational Church in Paxton. She hopes to publish the third book in the series next year. Known for illegal activity and dumping, a vacant lot in Worcester is set to get a facelift. As our Gretchen LaRosa explained, several Worcester organizations are working together to build 2 new homes in the area.
Being able to provide homes for others has a special meaning to her.
Well, I'm kind of currently in a shelter, so homelessness is definitely a big, huge topic for me.
Thursday, Worcester YouthBuild and other organizations broke ground on construction of 2 new homes in Worcester. The project aims to create jobs for young people like Melanie, provide affordable housing, and promote a safer community.
We got some big signature projects that everybody's talking about and seeing happening in downtown and other parts of the city, but you need neighborhoods to be strong. You need places for people who visit those buildings and work in those buildings to come home to.
Worcester YouthBuild is partnering with Worcester Common Ground and St. Gobain. They will build environmentally friendly homes from the ground up. The 16 to 24-year-old workers come from at-risk communities or low-income households.
It's a huge thing for me to see the young people come in and we give them some skills and they just take off and they realize the potential that they have.
This is the first time the group is building a completely energy-efficient home. St. Gobain will provide funding, building material donations, and building expertise. Melanie and her fellow YouthBuild workers are familiar with this neighborhood. They recently finished a 4-unit apartment building nearby.
It means a lot to know that I've been through challenges and I'm still going through it to help someone else out.
I think small little neighborhoods like this need a lot of attention and a lot of focus. And I think it's very important to have the community youth be a central part of that reconstruction.
The new homes will also provide its residents with a space to garden and relax with family and neighbors. Both structures are expected to be completed by early next summer. Gretchen LaRosa, Worcester News Tonight.
All right, thank you, Gretchen. Railers 2.0. It's the saying the Worcester hockey team is using as they get ready for opening night this Saturday. The team says fans can expect things to be bigger, badder, and better than last year. They finished in the top 5 of ECHL group sales and number 1 in youth hockey sales. Railers say fan experience and boosting attendance is one of their top priorities.
Response this offseason of people that want to support the Railers moving forward, and we're looking forward to even a bigger, better year in year 2 as opposed to year number 1.
Tickets are still available. The puck drops Saturday night at the DCU Center. Fidelity Bank opens its doors to their second branch in Worcester Wednesday. The bank held the grand opening of the Life Design Banking Center. It will act as a full-service bank, including commercial and business banking. The bank is located at 153 Front Street and is attached to the brand new luxury apartment units downtown.
We thought we had to be close to the heartbeat of the city, and this is what makes it happen right here. So that's the main reason we came down here.
Fidelity Bank wants to be a good corporate citizen too, to do our part we think as the city continues to grow and businesses step up and do their leadership responsibility and invest in the city, that just builds momentum. So we're really positive about what's happening, and we're really happy to be part of it.
Fidelity is also hoping to host workshops to help people bank better, as well as other events at the location.